Uh-oh. What is this bitrate issue? That's beautiful bitrate. Twitch, stop it. That's beautiful. Let me refresh that. Ah, now the line's green. Okay, well, whatever. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? Insomnia stream. I'm glad there's somebody there for you, Cat Muffin. I'm glad I can fill the niche that you need. All right, let's get into some. Let's get into some glory. Go glory, which I combine goes just to glory. I mean, I'm not actually glad that you're having insomnia. That's never fun. I found as I gotten older, you know, the nights that you don't sleep well can make the rest of your week miserable because then you're always like catching up, but you never catch up because like that's just, it's not how it works. It's not how sleeping works. And so then it can make it very rough. So I'm just here to make light of all your pain and suffering because it is pain and suffering. It is. All right, well, I will put myself through a little bit of pain and suffering myself just for your benefit. I hope you had a good day other than this. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be up extra late because I'm gonna have trouble going to sleep because I did like the worst thing you can do. When you hit 30, you just can't do this anymore. That's what I found. When I hit 30, I cannot take a nap at 7:30 p.m. and then go to bed at the right time. I don't care if it was a 20-minute nap. Can't do it. The other thing that's bad is I'm going to wake up at I'm going to wake up at 8 no matter what time I go to bed. I say 8. I kind of get up at 7:30, but I'm not functional. I'm functional at 8. 7:30, dealing with kids, making coffee, you know. I'm out of bed. In definitions of the word, but I'm not ready for the day. 8 o'clock, I can function. All right. Yo, check this out. Sweet glory, I don't have jury duty tomorrow. That's a this website. I don't know who made this website and when, but it was a long time ago, and it's definitely in PHP. Absolute. Oh wait! I might have Dark Reader on. Yeah, that it's better. Turning Dark Reader off is better, but it's not good. It's not good. Okay. Oh, I actually found a feature of Tilt that I'm really excited about. I want to look at this pull request. I want to actually make this as a pull request. I found an interesting feature of Tilt that we'll check out right now. This trigger mode manual. You know how we've been deploying in with tilt, and every single time you save a buffer, it's gone through and thrashed my machine building the image. And, you know, I do a lot of little changes here and there, and I habitually hit save throughout, and sometimes it's multiple files, and like it just makes my computer do way more work than it should be doing. This right here, this one line does this. Tilt up. This one line does this right here. You get a refresh button, and it doesn't build an update until you hit the refresh button. So basically this will trigger a deploy. And I actually like this better. Instead of just automatically doing it and like running flat into a wall for no reason, you know, a lot of the times I'm making some changes, and when I'm ready, I just click the button. I actually really like it. It's made this a lot less painful. All right, where's that PR? Let's make a PR. All right, so we're actually making a PR into this. So there was some issues with it, and I'm making a PR because he was busy at the time. So this is somebody, Monta from the community. So that was cool. There are some updates, and he was busy, so I went ahead and made the updates, and that's basically what we're gonna make a PR into his branch to kind of do it how I would do it. If Monta joins, I want to like discuss the reasoning, because like there's a lot of good stuff that he did that I might have undone. But I kept the core. Because the core was simplifying some things. Some things were just a little Java-esque, a little too interfacey. Okay, now I just need to make a pull request to this branch. So let's try that. I haven't done that through the UI for a little while. New pull request, not comparing to the main, comparing to this, and then I'm going to compare across forks, and this is going to be this one probably, and this is going to be fix up this right here. Done. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to walk through what I did. So let's walk through what I did, and I'll just make the notes here. Okay, so one, I changed trigger mode to manual. Fantastic change. This just needs to be in there. Everybody's gonna thank me. This is pretty much just renaming things to be consistent, which makes sense. Blah blah blah. Moving on. The big thing that I did here, I did a go mod tidy. Could have been its own commit. Sure. Was this here where I did a bun member database, data store, and we made a member data store interface, so that we could use anything, not bun or whatnot, and all of Bun's complexity is in this. Everything Bun does is here. This is the Bun thing, and it handles all Bun stuff. And yeah. So that's the big thing that this did, and it just moves it into that interface. And that saves us from the whole complexity that we had. The big things that you'll notice. I added the interface. There you go. Trait for you Rust people. The big thing was I deleted a bunch of stuff because of that. I got to remove a bunch of code. Where is it? Where's the removed code? Where is it? It should show the removed files, right? Let's see. Overall, where's the removed files? Let's put these down like this. I didn't see them. That one was removed. This one's not removed. Nope, just a lot deleted from it. Git shows the removed files, right? Where are the removed files? Can I just not see it in this form? Do I have to create the pull request? Okay. Created a member database interface, and there was more that was deleted. Like I can just show you. Removed repo and services. These were 2 files. Repo and services for the user database. I got to delete all of this code from this simplification. And those, I'm gonna make the PR, and then we're gonna see, because it should have been in this one right here, because that was what I did, like remove repos and services. I agree with you. I do not see them here though. They didn't exist in the main branch. Cat Muffin, you're brilliant, and my mind is slow right now. My mind is slow right now. Because it was introduced in his PR. You're fully fresh. I just woke up from a nap, okay? A 2-hour nap in the middle of the evening. So my mind is a little foggy. Just treat me like it's early morning. Treat me like it's early morning. That's why they don't show up here. Although, I meant to do this because I wanted to make the pull request into his branch. That's why. Okay, now we should see the 2 files because I want to make the pull request into his branch, just so it's not me just stomping on the stuff that he did. These are just the changes between my. Okay. This is, and here we go. The deleted stuff. Beautiful. I was gonna say I deleted more. Like I deleted quite a bit. Sorry, my brain is morning fuzzy. It's like 7:55. 5 more minutes. I'll be sharp. Sharp as a tack. Thanks, you two. Okay. Create a member database interface and encapsulate. Oh, this sounds like a ad now. Encapsulated logic for the member data store there. Removed service repo as they provided indirection for no foreseeable concrete classes. That's Italian for interface. The interface. Okay, that sounded a little Russian. Being a second generation Italian. Yeah, or being a second generation American from Italy. It's kind of weird that I know Russian and not Italian. On top of that, did you know that one of the best languages to learn as a dyslexic person is Italian? I didn't know this until later on in my life. But supposedly the things that dyslexic people struggle with, Italians don't have in their language. Another interesting fact. Now, I would argue that Russian can't be too far away because all of their characters look really unique to me. And so I find it easier to read than English, but... All right. Create pull request. This is like a meta pull request. I'm making a pull request to a pull request. I actually do this a lot, and it probably annoys people. I don't know. Do you guys get annoyed if somebody makes a pull request to your pull request? I mean, I don't ever do it without, like, letting the person know. No, I do a PR to it. Well, I do a PR to the branch that they're making a PR with. Sure. Okay. Cool. All right. Buttons are stored. I'm sorry. That's a bun. I'm just waking up, so. My goodness. So I had jury duty. I came home. I tried to get work done for work. And then I tried to get work done around the house. And then it was like 7:30. And I just fell asleep on the couch. I'm going to have a rough week because I'm going to be up late because I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. I slept for like 2 solid hours. I feel good now. I won't feel good tomorrow morning. Yeah, I feel like feature branch development, I'm not a big fan of. But so I also, one thing that I do quite a bit, and I like how Git handles this. If you go in here and review, you can actually suggest changes. So like if we wanted to name this something different or something like that, we could actually go in here and suggest changes, which I like because then they can just click accept. They can be like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I feel like that's really collaborative. Making the full-fledged PR is not something I do a whole lot because the full-fledged PR is, like I said, I only did the full-fledged PR because there was a lot that I felt needed changed, and so I went ahead and just dove right in. That's right, Dutch. It does become a cluster when you have to rebase. I'm actually not going to allow it because it would allow that single word. If you had concatenated it, I probably would have allowed it because then people couldn't just use that single word. But unfortunately, if I allow you Dutch, it makes that single word acceptable completely. But yeah, it does become a cluster. Yeah, it's basically proposal changes. Like, I'm not saying you have to go this way, but these are, especially for me, like, it became that there was so much to talk about. Like, maybe if we were in a working relationship where I could be like, hey, let's have a meeting and go over these for an hour. Okay, maybe, but like, this was probably just as much time. All right, let's keep working on this. So the interesting thing here is this won't build right now because the main branch doesn't have our protobufers. Doesn't have our protobufers. And we need our protobufers to exist in the main branch because of Golang things. Check this out. So we can have this here. This still annoys me. I don't have a good use for it. A good thing. So this is redirecting protos to the local protos. And this works for developing code right here. But when Tilt goes to build the container, So when tilt goes to build a container here, it's not going to find it because it has to look .proto doesn't exist in the project. So then I have to copy all of the code, which I hadn't been doing, but I can copy the whole project. That's what we probably just need to do that. So let's go do that right now into that container. Why don't I do that? Because the build context is here. You know what? This is fine though. You know why this is fine? Let's talk about why. This is fine. We're going to make this work. Originally, we didn't have this on. So it built anytime it saw a change. And how you tell it where to build is basically by Docker build. So this will build in this context. Now, let's update this. So here's how we build here. Let's give it a context. Let's do this. I do believe, 1 second. Code is opened. Visual Studio Code is opened. I was doing file management with the deleted files, and I was like, you know what? I'm opening a file explorer. I'm doing it. But the other reason here is tilt file. I believe, yeah. It will give me I don't have VS Code set up to do tilt file work. Okay, so I just wanted to see Docker build. There's other options here. Backend, path to code. There's a context, right? I can set a context. Name for this image. I want context. I think it's just the third one. So what we can do, how are we going to do this? Let's just look up tilts. Okay, it's tilt documentation. Because now everything's a manual build, we don't have to worry about thrashing this because we can basically say to look at the whole directory and not care. This is why it's going to be fine. Let's see, tilt Docker. Let's see, getting started maybe. The real easy fix is just committing this to main, which I'm kind of now tempted to do. So it's just a pain because of how Go modules work. It's working this way because of Go modules. And I don't know why the community doesn't understand this is broken. I really, Dutch, like this is maybe the thing that causes me the most grief in my life with Go. I can get over the enums. I can get over some of those things. This causes me more grief than just about everything else. Is this this aspect. All right, so this is where it's pointing, and this is the context. So in that case, here, so we have the name. Instead of just a directory here, this is going to require us to change the container, right? Because now we're going to have to build in the directory. Okay. Sometimes I regret the decisions I've made. Past Merrick. So let's do this. Let's make this, and then let's see. This would be API Docker file, and then yeah. So this would give it the context of the current working directory, which would have the whole project, which would include the proto, which means the indirect would work. And then this here will tell it where the Docker file is. That should give the Docker file the full context, which means this copy should be copying in everything, I think, if I'm on the right path here. Which now means that when we go to build, we need to actually let's do this. Work there /app. Like that, right? I don't know if this is correct. We're gonna solidly give it a try. We're gonna actually open up another WES term over here. Code Eddington. Tilt up. Let's make this let's make this a little bit smaller. That's not at all what I said to do. I said smaller. All right. All right. Let's see. That's going. That's building. We'll see it over here. Good. Vincey G, how are you doing? How are you doing this fantabulous, fantastic evening? I'm sure it's evening for you because it's evening on the East Coast of the United States. Okay. So that kind of worked. All right, we have an error though. We definitely have an error. Let's make that a little bit bigger. That's difficult to read. My goodness. All right, let's see. Failed to create container task. Okay. It's 7:59. My brain's almost there. Just not quite. It's almost 8 in my brain. Vincey G, you reside on the other side of the world. So is it morning? Is it morning? Is it a good morning? Is it a good Wednesday morning for you? Excuse me. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday morning. I'm guessing it's Wednesday morning. Good. Did you drink coffee? Like any self-respecting software engineer? Okay, error failed to create container D task, failed to create shim task. OCI runtime create failed. Unable to start container process at app API is a directory unknown. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Because we did this, right? We're in like one level in. So can we just do this? this is maybe terrible, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. That's maybe terrible, but it actually built, which is cool. Let's rebuild that. Vincey G, that's what I'm saying. Monta, legend at 3. You need to get to bed, dude. You need to get to bed. We did make a pull request. I'm validating the pull request right now. I made a pull request to your pull request, so it's a meta pull request. It's a meta pull request. It's got some changes. It's got some changes. The most important one is this one. Give it a look. Let me know what your thoughts are. I can merge it if your thoughts are okie dokie. And I validate it. Ah, right there, right there. Aggregating cluster information connection is unauthorized. Ooh. Love to see that. That's what you love to see. I actually, this looks like it's fine except for Calico is upset. Why is Calico upset? Why is Calico upset? I don't know. You just woke up. You get I understand early people. If I hadn't destroyed my sleep schedule for the last 5 years, I'm an early person. I don't get up early anymore because of reasons, but I'm an early person. But early person for me still is like 6:37. Now, over the last 4 or 5 years, destroyed that. Solidly like a 7:38 person. Yeah. 3:30? That's a bit early. That's a bit early. I don't know what this is. Failed to create pod sandbox. Failed to create a network for the sandbox, but like this feels like not my error. Maybe just destroy our. So it's building the Docker file, blah blah blah. Reconnect an error. This is like Tilt is making a port forward to the API service. It's interesting. Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's fine because it eventually works. Because it's like that small gap before it actually. Oh, okay. This is probably actually fine, and I'm just, you know, sitting there. This is not okay. Okay. Why doesn't it see the namespace Eddington there? I don't know. Okay. So it is not fine, right? It is not okay. We have a bug. We have a bug. Why is this not seeing that? Is this just old stale data? I'm not convinced. Let's actually delete this deployment altogether. Let's stop Tilt. Don't love what's I don't understand here. I feel like we have this building now, but I feel like something strange is going on. Okay, so let's go up. Let's just delete this deployment. Yeah, let's delete this. Done. And then we can just tilt up again. And let's see. We'll see the API service. These are all the terminating ones. Okay. So we're in a little bad state. That's fine. We'll blow away the cluster. Now we can see this. Something odd is happening. Getting stuck in container creating. It's an odd place to get stuck in. Nexus null dev. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, buddy. How are you doing? All right, I'm going nuclear with this. Maybe that is normal. Maybe that is normal. Are you more on my Saturday streams? I've been meaning to stream in the morning a little bit more. I feel like I want to invest the time to stream in like the morning instead of the evening, but I also feel like it's a really congested time. You have all your European streamers going, you have all of your American streamers going at that time. I feel like it's a very congested time to stream then. I'm doing well. I didn't check the events. I feel like something strange going on, but there was a bunch of like failed pods from like Tilt kind of makes a mess of it sometimes. Oh, you know what? That would help that. Yeah, I was gonna have issues anyways. So I was just gonna clean it up really quickly because every once in a while Tilt gets it a little bit strange. So I just thought I'd start fresh. And then get into debugging. Because what I found, or at least one time, I debugged for a long time and my kind cluster was just kind of screwed up. Like it was the fact that my kind cluster wasn't working at that point than it was anything else. But I don't know on this case. It could be something a little different. All right, so we're going to run tilt up. All right, so we are in crash loop back off, which is what is different. It's different than last time. We were getting some really weird issues of like permissions unknown, which was what was making me feel like it was just in a weird state. Okay. Let's see. Ugh. Yeah, this is the weird, like, OCI runtime run C create failed, unable to start container. Oh, okay, wait a second. App API is a directory, unknown. Okay. This is not what this did not work out how I meant for it to. Oh, app API is a directory. I'm such a dum-dum. I even knew this was the problem. I knew this was... Everybody be quiet. Okay. I know. I just copied the binary to the directory and they have the same name. Okay. This is actually a really gross Docker file, so just bear with me. I know that this is probably just needs a... it really needs a better... Yeah. Let's see. I'm now copying the directory. Let's do this. From builder... We want app API, which is really dumb, and we'll do that into the API. Okay, that should fix that. Right? Yep. Okay, we fixed it. Refresh. Done. 100% it's gonna work this time. 100%. Dude, I know everybody's distaste for Go. As a streamer, you can't win. You pick a language. There will be one of your loyal fans that distastes it. Distastes it. They literally lick it and distaste it. All right, we're running. We're cooking on all cylinders. You use Rust, and there's people who distaste Rust. They're like, I licked a Rusty card once, got tetanus. And it was not great. And I can't believe you're programming in Rust now. It offends my core. It happens. I like Rust too, but there's literally there's literally somebody that dislikes. I get it both ways. I feel like I have a very divided community. I have some that very much like Rust and some that very much like Go, so it's a little stressful. I literally have the conversation every single time I stream. I prefer Rust over Go. I do. I have reasons this is in Go. All right. We fixed that problem. I agree, Nexus, which is the sad part. Go does a lot of things really well. Like, it does a lot of things really well. And then there's just some things that it does really wrong. That's what tears me up. Because, like, I've been looking at some OCaml. Because I know people want me to do an OCaml stream. Because I will say stuff like, I wish that there was a garbage collection version of Rust. Like, give me the Rust type system in a GC language. Like, I literally say that, and I would use that. Give me garbage collected Rust. Because I think it would be great for iterating and whatnot. And although I think that with like cloning, you can move just as fast as Go. and be a little bit more inefficient with copying a little bit of memory that you didn't need to, and prototype just as fast as you would with Go. So you know what, honestly, I'm not even sure that's a good argument, but that's been an argument that I've held to. And so they're like, oh, do okay. I don't like OCaml's syntax. I'm going to do an OCaml stream. I'm going to do it. I think this is maybe horrible of me, but like I really coming from a person who does Rust, which a lot of people complain about the syntax. The more functional it gets, the harder I have a time with like the syntax, and it has nothing to do with the language or like the core concepts. I can usually be like 100% on board with the core concepts. And then I just struggle with the syntax. And maybe it's a me issue, maybe it's a skill issue. I don't know. But it is one. It is one that I have. All right. Cool. Let me check. There was a request for a new API. Yeah, here we go. Get an point for user is missing implementation. It is possible to return a list of orgs on a user. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Mohammed, how are you doing? I know it's early for you. I know. I love to see you here. I also hate to see you here, just because I don't know if it's inconvenient for you. I know I need to do more morning streams. I just got done saying like it feels like a really busy time. Like there's just so many like really mega popular people streaming at the early morning time slot. And it's like less convenient for me, so it just feels like a bad time to stream. But maybe it's not. Maybe I just need to do it. You also have your like big European streamers out there going at that time. So I don't know, but maybe I should be. Maybe I should. Let's call this. What should we call this? Add get user. Naming so hard. And yes, I'm doing it off of this because I'm planning on this making into the main branch. As soon as Monta approves my pull request into his branch, then I'll approve his pull request into the main branch, and then this will rebase beautifully on top of that. I'm doing really well, Mohammed. I had a really busy day because I was in court, and then I was at home and I was busy. Tuesday night is date night. So every single Tuesday I take a child or my wife on a date. So I rotate through them. So Tuesdays at, 5:30 to 7:30 is pretty busy for me. 7:30 comes around and I flatline. I'm asleep on the couch, which is going to be horrible because I'm going to be up late streaming to you all because I'm going to be not sleepy. Awesome, Mohammed. Thanks. All right, let's get into this. We kind of got where we're doing okay here. I don't know. We're going to the controller. Okay. Let's make a get user. Yeah. We don't have one, do we? We can create a user. We can. Wait. We do have a get. We do have a get user. Does it not? Status not implemented. Okay. So we have the endpoint. we just did nothing with it. This looks like me. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. To do implement. We're implementing it now. We're gonna see if ChatGPT does it for me. Come on, Copilot. Let's see. Get the user ID from the context. It's really good at noticing what you've done in the same file. It is really good. Although sometimes it actually will taint you. If you do the wrong thing, like the first time, it will copy and paste that wrong thing throughout. We saw this in the AI games where it's really good at looking at your code, but we had to actually isolate every sandbox run because the AI would copy and paste. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Joining the null party in our darkest hour. I think that's the AI's favorite words. That's a personalized message just for you, by the way. We made that Twitch bot live. Yeah. We need to update it too. We have a new graphic and we have a new audio file. So subscribers are going to get a 2001 Space Odyssey, I think. I think they are. I think they're going to get a special sound from 2001 Space Odyssey. I think we also need to shorten the dial-up sound. It's a little loud for a little long, but, you know, it is what it is. We're learning. Okay, so let's see. Do we like this? Do we like this? I think so. Let's see. That part is starting solidly. This part, let's see. You know, this should be actually really easy because we have literally a get user by ID. So this should be easy for the AI. Easy peasy. What does this return? Is this just the user? The user model, right? Which would not have. Yeah. It wouldn't have the org. The AI is doing well. The AI is doing well here. Because it's going to get the org to populate it with. That's beautiful, actually. This is wrong. It now just died on us. Let's try to help it. Let's do this, right? What are we gonna do? What are we going to do? Let's try to help it. I want to get better about guiding its hand. Waddy-doodle. I'm gonna work on your name. Good to see you. Good to see you here. So I think maybe the best way to do this would be like do a new type of user get request response. And this should be like the user, and this should be the orgs. And yeah, that should be it, right? Yeah. It's getting there. Okay. So now if we go up here, will it return the user content? Okay. Now we've just successfully guided it. This is where it still requires an engineer to understand what the requirements are and to follow them out. But, you know, we could have like explained it really good in the Go doc, and it probably would have also worked, but wait, what is this model to user context request? It didn't get it. It didn't get it. Is this okay? No, I don't want to send this. I didn't want to send this. I thought that it was gonna. I thought that it just. It just encoded this proto buffer. I thought. All right, let's try this. Let's give it a comment. Return. What are we going to try to return? I know, Nexus. So, one of the things that I'm doing here is, I do waste my time, but people ask me and I try to give a fair response of like, where is it good? Where does it waste time? What does it do? Like, and I try to give like, I don't consider myself an expert on anything, but I make YouTube videos and I try to help people. And when I do give my opinion, I try to make it well-founded. It's not perfect, and I don't see every angle of everything. But I do try to then be like, hey, how could we leverage this to be faster? You're right. At this point, I could have just written all of this. I was just trying to like learn myself a little bit on how to, because like part of me is like, maybe end of the line, I don't think AIs are making me more productive at this point, except in niche cases, but they distract me the other portions of the time. So like it's probably a net negative, except for using them just in the niche cases. But there's part of my brain that says maybe I'm just not good at using them, and maybe I could whisper to them just a little bit better, and maybe if I was a better GPT whisperer, that I would be able to actually be faster with them. I haven't been able to do that, but I keep trying. And mostly for you guys, because, yeah, I want to be able to provide valid feedback. I don't know. Return the user get response. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking. We only had to completely spell it out for it, but that's fine. We're getting there. Check that out. Fantastic. I think they could be really good at trying to implement an API, like leverage an API that's well documented. Could be really good at that. Really brilliant. The other thing that we used it for that it did an absolutely excellent job at, let me show you. This one. So this, it was absolutely brilliant at. Absolutely brilliant. So like each one of these things was similar, but not perfectly similar. And it did a really good job of just tweaking the little thing. I wrote one of them as an example. I think it was this one or one of them. It wasn't that one. It was one of them. And then basically was just able to tab complete the rest of them. I made this and then it generated, the bun query for that thing. So I actually enjoyed it during this because this was a kind of, it's one of those not repetitive, but semi-repetitive tasks. They shine at that. If you can find a repetitive, semi-repetitive, not repetitive task, golden. That was not the way to get back here. Should have, 6? Yeah, I should have just used 6. Okay. I think this is good. Let's test it. Check this out. Now, it hasn't deployed after every save. Or we can just trigger it. Oh, that's beautiful. What is Apache Spark? Is it used worldwide? Yeah, I'm sure Apache Spark is used worldwide. Are you actually asking what it is? Because you could just look it up. The unified engine for large-scale data analytics. That's... Thanks for the follow. Theirs. In the depths of darkness. It's in a dark mood, the AI is tonight. Look. Here's a true fact about, you know that you're doing a good job at maintaining your projects. And I think this is despite Apache leaning towards Java projects, and we can all kind of agree that that's not our cup of tea. But besides that, I think the true test of a good software foundation is that you will have two types of projects, and only two or three. You'll have three types. You'll have new incubating projects. You will have industry standard, think Kafka or Spark, used everywhere in the world as a core thing projects, and you will have deprecated projects that are in the graveyard, because you have the new ones and not all of them will work, and that's fine because you want to give this route for them to get weeded out as you get like the industry internet backbones. And I think Apache has done a pretty good job at that across the years. I'm not saying they've done perfectly, but so you see all three types of projects. You have the new ones that are a part of the Apache Foundation. You have the backbone of the internet projects, and you have the yeah. I think the music's a little loud. It was feeling a little loud. The jank website must mean it's good. I just felt like I was competing for it, but maybe it's just loud in my headphones. Was it not too loud for you guys? I'll just turn it down for my headphones then. All right, you want, if that's the part of that's the dark reader. Part of the jank is the dark reader. You guys want to see a jank website? Yeah. Welcome to my local government. Welcome to my local government, where I have to check in for jury duty. And it is the jankiest PHP website that PHP has ever created. I'm glad we got a picture of empty chairs there. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It's jank. There you go. It must mean it's good. It must mean it's good. It has a wallpaper texture too. It's so bad. It's so, somebody wrote it in the 90s and they haven't touched it since. Like, they're like, no, this is working. Why would we change it? HTMX? Who needs that? We just serve straight HTML. That's all you need. Straight HTML. None of this fancy HTMX. HTMX is all like, it's simpler. And they're like, no, it's not. Reactivity. Who needs that? Who needs CSS? It's fast page load. Tell you what. I'm sorry. I got super distracted by that. Okay, we were going to test this. It looks like it deployed. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. I'm sorry. No effects in Xmodio. I don't know you well enough to open that up live on stream. It looks like Google search though. Weeby? Is it Weeby? Weeby surprised? I don't know. I'm not gonna try it search. All right, let's see. We have a new user post. Let's make a GET request. Let's do it. Search engine for Chad simplistic websites only. My government's up there. My government's up there. All right, let's see. Add request. And we want this to be get user. I'm gonna slide this up here. We're gonna copy this. Authorization. Where's the header? This. We're gonna copy this. Beautiful. Yeah, we do have to create the user first, 100%. Okay. Let's send this. Why is it adding this? Oh, I put a parameter. I'm such a dum-dum. I'm such a dum-dum. I was like, why is it putting it in the as a parameter? Well, it's because I told it was a parameter. All right. My bad. Okay, let's create a new user. Decode error. Please check your JSON formatting. Wait. Is that coming from my server? My server? What have we done? Okay, let's actually unwrap this. Let's see, where is this coming from? Our code. This is login authentication.go. Is it in our auth code? What? This hasn't been touched, right? Wait, what was it? 55? Where was that? Yeah, 55. No, I didn't unwrap properly. Here's where we go. User 100. Okay, here we go. Okay. My bad. I don't know why I stopped there. I have no idea. I did say 100, right? Yeah, 107, actually. 107. All right, let's see. It doesn't seem like the token's expired because it actually, it's saying that it, it got through the middlewares, right? It's actually saying that it's an invalid character in the... Oh, you know what? Somebody added a date of birth, which I don't know why. I mean, actually, we probably should have a date of birth. So Monta added date of birth, which I don't have. Probably for like legal reasons. Should have a date of birth. So that's probably good. I don't understand this validate here. Let's see. What does a time? How do we encode a time? Is this just... Yeah. A Linux time. Okay. Nanoseconds from the... yeah, it's a monotonic clock. I don't even know what a valid time is. Oh, gosh. So the front end is going to have to make this. That's seems rough. We'll just make up a number. Let's ask for let's see. Let's 20 2005. I just want one. Will it accept something like that? I don't know. Sounds like a cartoon spitting. People don't like it. We can exit from the playlist, right? I'm going to give a huge shout out to Harris Heller, who makes this for us to use on stream without DMCAing us. So that's pretty cool. Makes us stream beats. You know, I'm just going to try this 1991. I'm just going to go with this. Let's go. Boom. Well, that's not cool. All right. You know what? Did we change this? Monta, did you change this from the params? So I'm just looking at this as in decoding JSON. And I think originally, let's actually check this, because I feel like on the main branch here, on the main branch, I don't think that we do this. User controller, let's see. I think this got changed on me because I feel like we didn't encode it in a what function are we in? What function? Upsert user? Yeah, upsert user. Yeah. We were getting it from the context, from value. Okay. So that's our problem. Is this got changed on me, and now we're posting it from a body like a JSON. Okay. So we can just do this. Instead of doing this, we'll do JSON. Is that blob? Raw? JSON? Raw JSON. Oh boy, that makes me excited. Okay. So, oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste. That seems like too much work. That's wrong. Now, that was not my ID. I just stomped on my ID though. Oh well, it'll be fine. We're gonna get Merrick, date of birth, email, blah blah blah. Yep. Okay. Thanks, Monta, for that. I didn't realize we had changed it to this, so that's fine. It's probably better. I don't know. The other way is kind of how the front end likes to send stuff, right? Code 500. Interesting. This sounds like an auth check, right? Which this is kind of a yeah. Okay, this is cool. It sounds like it doesn't like our auth. Let's restart this just to get it should build really quick. I wanted to clear the logs out. Yeah. Okay, it's good now. Now let's send it. Okay, so no rows in result. That's no good. No bueno. User 121. Oh boy. Thanks for the follow. Have you ever listened to Celeste music? Do you mean like the game Celeste? I have beaten the game. And subsequently, I have listened to the music while playing. Wait. Let me understand what's going on here. Upstart user. So we decode the user. Good. Then this is handling the error if it's decoded, which is good. And then we validate. Good. And then this is if it's... Uh-oh. I might have written this. This is a bug, right? Okay, so this is saying if it exists... Wait. If there is an error here, it bombs, and this is where it's erroring, and it's erroring with no rows in result. So this function is dying on us. Get user by email. Which is fine. Because all we want to know is if the user exists. So this is bad logic on my part. I wrote this. Straight up wrote it. Okay, so I wanted to know if the user existed. And if the user didn't exist, basically what you can see here is if user exists, basically on an upsert, you're not allowed to change your org or those types of things. But if it's a new user, we have some logic to create extra stuff for them, like an organization and a default resource group. Okay. So this is going to error. So basically we don't need this. And we don't need this, and we don't need this. What we're going to call this is new user. We can delete this. The weird thing is, this isn't good. This needs a better solution because this could have a legitimate other error that we're checking for. Like it could have a not connected to the database error, which should actually fail before this anyways. Like the service should. So like maybe this is fine. I'm not sure I'm in love with this, but this will be fine for right now. So if is user exists does not equal nil. Oh, you know what? This is not. 1 second. We have to check for both, right? We have to check for both because. No. 1 second. What did I just do? Redo that. Okay. Let's redo. I was on the right track. Just. It's an error if it's empty, so we don't ever have to check that. We do have to check it if it's not. Okay. I got this. Let me think. How are we going to deal with this? We've got to check. Okay, so if it's not an error, it's not a new user because it returned one. It has to have returned one. Okay. If it is an error. Okay, I'm going back with originally what I was doing. Right? This might be wrong. So then if it is an error, if it doesn't equal nil, it's a new user. So if it does equal nil, that means one second. Let me all right, so I think I have 1 second. Dane Alex. Thank you for that legendary subscription. Oh no, oh no, did the AI not? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I mean, follows were working. It better dang show up for renewals. You're a legend, Dane. Thank you so much. I mean, we've had follows tonight, and it's been working. So it had to just die. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dane. You deserve a better system. You can call customer support. Go find the number, nullcloud.com. Call the customer support number. We'll give you a full refund if you can call the number. I mean, it has had 14 restarts. Did you just time it perfectly in a restart? I haven't gotten anything from Twitch. It's been alive, and I haven't gotten anything. And it's been connected. You can see that every 10 seconds it gets a new message. Yeah. We're connected. I didn't get anything from Twitch. Twitch didn't tell me I got a sub. That means the system over here that told me I got a sub uses a secret system. It doesn't use their own API. That makes me angry. I don't know what to say, Dane. Yeah, we have. It did restart awfully close to when you subscribed. I'm trying to calculate. Let's see. This is 27, 26, 25. It was 3 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was connected. I don't know what to say there. I've never actually seen this happen. It's a logging library. I'm really sorry, Dane. I'm going to assume that it's something I've done. I think it would be wild if they didn't use their own API. I've seen worse things, don't get me wrong. That wouldn't completely surprise me. But yeah. Well, Nexus Null Dev, join us Saturday. We're writing some Rust. My internet died this last time. I struggle streaming. If it's not me having skill issues, it's my internet. It's saving me from having skill issues. I either have skill issues live, or my internet dies and just hides my skill issues under a coat of, I can never have good internet, it seems like. I'm literally going to have triple redundancy. I'm going to have Starlink. I'm going to have Spectrum and AT&T, and I still could be down for internet. All right. Okay. So 1 second. Let me think this through. So this is going to be not nil if there's an error, and that means that it's a new user if it's not nil. All right. So if it's not nil, user already exists in the system, and it's an update, and we can't upgrade the ARG or the default resource group here. We need to make new ones for them. So this is the good logic. This is the good logic. Let's do it. It's not perfect. There needs to be a little bit better there, but it will be acceptable. Wow, so clutch. Good to see you here. How are you doing? All right, let's do this. Status 200. Okay. All right, can we get our user? 1 second. No, let's stop sending params. Yeah, let's stop doing that. All right. Let's see. What went wrong? What could have gone wrong? Right now, most of my pain is self-inflicted. Most of it is. Eddington. You know, we're going to make a video on Eddington. I actually have most of it ready and prepared. So I'm going to stream that. I'm going to stream it and cut it as a video. But Eddington is our own cloud provider because we are, as a community, are tired of cloud's lack of innovation. So as a single person with a little bit of help from the community... look, the follows are working. I don't know why the subscription didn't work. Dutch, I'm so sorry. We as a community have decided that it's time to overthrow the major clouds with a much superior, often not working cloud. Mostly we're looking to learn. We write Go and Rust. I prefer Rust. This is in Go because this piece specifically communicates with a container runtime, which is mostly Go stuff. And so this part is in Go, but any new portion of it is going to be in Rust. The Twitch alerts that you just saw for the follow, that's all written in Rust. It's pretty awesome. My goal is to actually host those Twitch alerts on the Null Cloud, which is the official name of the project Eddington. The repo for the majority of it is Eddington. That's like the open source project. So this is all open source. We write Go in Rust. Sometimes I write Rust in Go, and sometimes I write Go in Rust. And you know, every once in a while I get it right, and I write Rust in Rust and Go and Go. It's amazing. All right. Middleware is running. Panic serving. Panic serving. Logging middleware is running. We have a panic. We have a get user ID. Panic. 196. 196. Not that. Not that. 196. I was really close. I didn't need to do that. Did we not have a user? Ooh. Wait, is this the problem? It shouldn't have gotten through middleware, right? Tilt is really nice. I like Tilt a lot. I'll make a video on it. Let's add that to our video list. 1 second. Cone of silence, making sure you guys don't see any of the secret stuff I'm planning. Oh, look at this. I am working on the what is the null cloud, what is the Eddington project, and I'm making some beautiful graphics to go along with it. Sneak peek. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Okay, done with sneak peek. Let me really quickly write. Dirk, it's good to see you, Dirk. How are you doing this evening? Afternoon, morning. It's evening for me. I'm not usually at this time I'm like wearing down, but I accidentally fell asleep, so like I'm very alert right now. Let's see. We are looking at I don't have a segment for this. Do I make a random segment? Do I make a rant? No. What would tilt be under? I guess tools. Let's make a tools section. Tools. This feels like overly section-y to me. Tilt. What is tilt? How to get started. What is tilt? How it's cool and a short example of it working with Eddington. All right, we have an ad break right now, so I'm gonna go get a drink of water. While that's going, I'll be right back. Let's just All right. It's good to see you, Dirk. Then we'll get back to writing Go, and Dirk will be less excited. But we'll get back to Rust. Not tonight, probably. Not tonight, but later. Go is the next Java. That's pretty strong words. Do I think that is true? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Every language is like this. I think too often, sometimes, we think of languages as this. You know, this is, we'll say that Java's here. This is the big J. And then like, Go is here. And it's like here, and these are some metrics. These are, like we could say like this is ease of use. The metric doesn't actually matter. Ease of use, or maybe this is functionality. Actually, that's better. Functionality and the ability to shoot yourself in the foot or whatnot. It doesn't matter. The thing is, they're not, and this is time. These languages are not static. Period. Java changes as it goes. Go changes as it goes. You want a perfect example of this? C++. C++ 98. C++ 98 is nothing similar to C++ 11. When I learned C++, I learned C++ 11 and 13, and the last one that I've touched was 20. I can tell you C++ 20 is nothing like C++ 99. I think it's 99. These are not the same. They are not the same. Not even close. These languages aren't even close. They don't look the similar. They are written completely differently. So making a prediction of what a language will look like in the future is very difficult because they're evolving. Even C++, that is maybe one of the most ingenious backwards compatible system out there that keeps adding features, which that would actually be my big argument, is they break backwards compatibility and do just a hard reset. But I get why they don't. But it would help the language. It's not the same thing. Modern C# is better than it was 10 years ago. I actually don't hate C#. I think I'm embarrassed to state that a lot. I actually think that if I had an API server written in C#, I would like it better than Go. I actually think that I would like this server because C# has this amazing ability to use reflection to generate a swagger based off of the actual code instead of this garbage of Go docs that mine is, because this has no basis in actual reality. I can change this and this stays the exact same because it has no basis in I hate this. Anyways, I think if I knew C#, I don't really know C#, but I have actually seen some C#, and I honestly think that this C# would be a better API server. I'm gonna say it. Yeah. C# has a lot of stuff going for it. It has an amazing ecosystem supported by Microsoft that, like, whether you like Microsoft or not, it's an amazing open source community where, like, the .NET Core stuff that's open source is just, they have a solution. Now, there's other solutions in the community, but they have a solution that you can just use. And maybe there's one that's a little more efficient for your use case, but it's pretty solid. Anyways, if I rewrite this, I probably rewrite it in Rust just because I don't know C#. But for the API server, since it's not a system, like Legion would never be in C#. It can't have a garbage collector. It's a system level piece of infrastructure. That's going to be in Rust, period. This, I could see this as an API service easily being C# and being the happiest thing that we've done. All right, let's see. So I guess the question was, do I think that Go is going to be the next Java? I think there's definitely aspects, like I think big corporations are going to adopt it for some of the really good things that Go does. Go does some things really, really well, and I really like it for that. And then it does some things really horribly that I really dislike. And because of that, I think that we could see a enterprise adoption of Go, which I think is, whether you like it or not, whether that's good. So I think it could become widespread like Java in that aspect. I don't know that it's going to, but I could see it. Just because, yeah, Go does tend to have a lot more lines. There's worse than Go. Java from 10 years ago. That's what I wrote in production in my first job. Actually, my first job, I wrote a lot of different stuff. I wrote some Java for Android, though, which isn't enterprise Java, mind you. It's a little bit different. C++ for the server. So the client was in Java, C++ for the server, and .NET Core for the web services in C#. But again, this is like 10-year-old C# that we're talking about. This was the first release of .NET Core, .NET Core 1 with the Roslyn compiler. It was pretty cool. I don't know why this happens to me, Dirk. It feels like if I use Rust, I get a language fight, and if I use Go, I get a language fight every single time. I like the community likes to fight about Go and Rust. I can't appease either group. Did this work? No, this did not get this. Did this work? No, it did not. Did we fix what was it? What was it? Just delete Go. No. Thanks, Dirk. Thanks, Dirk. I'll remember that. 196. What's wrong with 196? That was not the right place. Wait. Yeah, Derek, I struggle with the I like JavaScript better than Go. I struggle with that statement very difficultly. See, it's causing me to have trouble speaking English. That statement seems a bit extreme. That statement seems a bit extreme. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. How is 196 a problem? This shouldn't be possible, right? Because of the auth check? Not the auth check. This one. See, I'm actually okay. So here's a hot take, and I'm not even sure I believe this. I'm not entirely sure I believe this. Ooh. I see here. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna state that I'm not sure I 100% believe this, but I don't know that I like TypeScript. I know, as a type person, I don't know if I actually like TypeScript. And don't get me wrong, statically typing and fail fast is your friend. Rust is your friend. If I'm in a place to write JavaScript or TypeScript, I don't know. I'm torn. Because TypeScript in theory offers you all of these promises over here. Like these are TypeScript promises over here, not like the promises of promise was a bad word. Not TypeScript promises, TypeScript guarantees And then this box over here, which is the exact same length, is like all the guarantees that aren't actually guarantees. So if there's like, you know, we'll just say there's 4. This is actually 4 long because it's actually JavaScript running. And so like, they're not actually guarantees. They're like, they make you feel like you're walking on stone when you're actually possibly on the edge of a cliff. And it gives you this false sense of trust and security that doesn't exist. At least that's my experience. And I'm 100% on board with what it's trying to do to a terrible language. Waldil? I'm sorry, I'm killing your name. I know I'm killing it. Not in a good way. Not the good way of killing it. I'm killing it in all sorts of bad ways. This is where I would agree with Dirk, is that Rust's type system is way better than Go's. Go's type system drops the ball pretty hard. I can make a video on that. Let me add that to my list. Is that tools? Maybe languages? All right. Why Go's type system drops the ball? Okay. Next funny video. So I do have I have a couple funny videos in there. I have been contemplating. I'm going to make a honest Rust video first. And the reason is everyone knows that my favorite language is Rust. And so if I make fun of it first, nobody can be offended if I make fun of your language next. Because the whole point is to have fun at the painful aspects of anything. You point to anything and you use it long enough, you can find painful aspects of it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pinpoint the painful aspects, and it should be fun for all. So I am purposefully doing things that I like and enjoy and encourage first. That way, when somebody is like, oh man, you're just hating on something, and it's like, no. I did the things that I love. I love Rust. I think it's an amazing language. Right now, it's 100% my favorite language, and it will be the first language I make fun of. So anyways, that's kind of the way I'm doing it, is I'm making fun of things that I like first, and then we'll move on to PHP. Forget Go. You know how much content I have on PHP? Oh my goodness. That's like a 50-minute honest ad on PHP. I got centuries of I got so much content on PHP to make fun of. I'm sorry. That was a joke. Ragging on PHP is punching down. Probably. Is anybody upset though? Look, the PHP people are making their money. I'm just a lowly Go dev. All right. I don't know why this is not working, but I do see a problem here. We don't actually. Did this get removed too? This is my bad if I didn't catch this in the pull request. Let's see. We were at Upstart, weren't we? Let's see. Upstart. Oh no, we were never doing this. It's probably bad. What's happening is we're not injecting the headers properly, obviously. This was at 196. You're not sure the PHP folks are okay? I don't know. I know a couple people that really like PHP here. They seem to really enjoy what they're doing. We have larval discussions all the time. Someone wrote a CLI tool in PHP. It's not my go-to. My go-to would probably be Rust at this point. I mean, the thing is, if you know PHP, I would probably write my CLI tool in PHP, right? If that's what you're most familiar with. It's not like it can't do that for any reason. Also, cool thing to point out that PHP has been doing for a while. You know, all of the stuff with like HTMX and the what is next and React's thing where they render it on the server components. PHP has been doing that for a decade. It's been doing it for a decade. So they've at least gotten one thing. I'm going to say they've at least gotten one thing right. I actually still think all of that's a mistake. I actually do think all of that's a mistake that we're pushing towards that. Because the community pushed away from that 10 years ago. Cycle's going to repeat itself. It happens. But yeah. It's going for full circle. Isn't PHP only server? I think Cypher. I'm not 100% on Larval. Please. You don't think it's cyclic? I could be wrong. I just don't know that it's only server components, Cypher. It could be a majority. It could be all server. I just know that they've been doing server components. That's all I like. I don't write it, obviously. Am I saving this in? Look at this. Yeah. That should be a constant for sure. So my understanding was, now this is before I was actually a software engineer. So it is reaching back into the arcane software engineering, you know, when web servers were being written in C. But my understanding is that like the modern ones moved away from that to what they are now in like the early 2000s. So that you had the PHP, which was the server components, and then these modern frameworks, because like Facebook was written in PHP originally, right? And they created React. So they moved away from that PHP server rendering component model to React. And now React is going back to what PHP was doing, right? All right, Monta, don't wait 1 second because I have a few updates, just little things right now. Just little things that we're clearing up as we test this. An unexpected error. I kind of expected the error though, not gonna lie. I kind of expected the error. Oh, actually, this is the Git user ID. Never mind. You can go ahead and merge it. We're working on the Git user ID. We're working on the Git user. So scratch that, Monta. You can go ahead and merge it with yours. We're working on the new API that you asked for. So Merge it. PHP. Okay. Wow, so clutch. Can we please apply my statement about languages moving to PHP? PHP was here. The PHP of 2000 is not the PHP we wrote. The larval, the frameworks, and a lot of what we attribute to a language, whatever this graph, whatever this F stands for, PHP has been changing and evolving. So has larval, the framework that you use. So has a lot of things. I'm sure that there's versions of PHP. PHP version history. I mean, yeah, we're on. We just did in the news PHP 8, right? When did yeah, PHP 8 just got released. PHP 8.3. So we're talking about, let's see. This is roughly when Facebook moved off of it, 2005. I don't know the exact date. Don't hold me to that. So we went from version 5 to 8 from there. I was still studying chemistry. I was still happily a chemistry nerd at that point. Chemistry and physics and math. I hadn't been tainted by all of this. So, all right. Did this fix it? Did we deploy? Oh, wait. We had another error. You guys got me sidetracked. No rows in result. Wait. We already 201. We're right. 201. Oh, we didn't do a new user. Did we do a new user? Oh, this makes sense. This is not my user ID. So the user ID is in the token. We can actually go get it out of it. Yeah. Watch this. Check. This is just a debugging token too, just so you guys know. Before you panic, jwt.io, you can just go ahead and parse this sucker right here. And this is my user. This is my test user. Beautiful. So now we can update this. This new user to actually... So basically they have to match. If they don't match, that would be a problem, right? This ID actually shouldn't be coming in the request. We should update the code. I'm going to make a commit to update this because this should be getting pulled from that header. Because this is an authenticated API, that means that header is getting injected every single time. And if it's not, that's a problem. The front end shouldn't be passing this because the front end shouldn't even be parsing the token. So yeah. Anyways, let's save this, send that, done. Get user. Let's send this. You know what? Let's restart because we're kind of in a bad state. I mean, it's a JWT token. This is. Any JWT client can parse it, right? Should be able to, at least. All right, create a new user with the right username based off the token that we're going to send for the get user. Boom! Nailed it. All right. Got it. And then this replies back with the org and the resource groups. So the front end can do marvelous, marvelous things with it. All right, let's make this a commit. Git add, git commit -m, added git user to the user controller. Git push. All right, we're gonna make one more commit to parse that the user ID correctly. We need mods in here. What's happening? Uh-oh. Thank you for alerting me to it. I have a few mods. I like to just be fair. I can't really pay for mods right now. I do pay them any bits that I receive, which is not a whole lot. So I have two. Neither of the mods are on, so that's just me right now. All right. Now let's fix this, right? Okay, so the user ID should always be obtained from this, right? Because this is what we're getting from the token. We shouldn't be asking anybody for it. And the front end shouldn't be asking for it. The front end shouldn't care. Right? Right. Yeah, I think that's right. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Been wrong. Been there, done that. Yeah. So let's go up here. Up. All right. All right. No. And then let's remove. Oh, how do we want to do this? We don't want to make this an optional. We don't want to make this a pointer to a string. If you know anything in Go, that is not what you want to do. That is not what you want to do. Let's see. Where do we use this? No, Dirk, I'm not going in that. I don't need you to complain about anything more. String pointer, optional strings in Go are possibly terrible, but I'm not going to tell you about it. Not, you can't bait me like that. I know where this goes. You get me onto a rant, makes me upset about Go. Just go do it, Dirk. Explore it for yourself and have fun. Enjoy yourself. All right. See, we could just do this and we could be like, okay, well, we just want this to be optional, right? We just throw that it's a pointer, right? That's gonna work. Watch it work. I haven't done this for a little while. Watch like Go 120 be like have handled this differently now and make me look stupid. I haven't done it for a long time because I just avoid it because last time it was painful. I feel like this is a pain point that I've had. Because basically we want to Right. Yeah. This is it. This is it. I was not hallucinating. Okay. Anyways, you have a whole list of problems, and I don't want to go through it right now. Although that was one of the problems. That was one of the problems. Which guy do you want on your team? Mailbox new. Who do you want on your team? Somebody that avoids pointers to strings? That's me. That's me. If that's who you want on your team, get me on your team. Yeah. Now we can go through updating this and making it all work, and it's possible to do. This is not an impossible thing. It's just more painful than it should be to make this optional. In Rust, it's really easy. You throw an option around it and you're basically done, and you just use a match or however you like to unwrap that. You unwrap it in your favorite method of unwrapping, but Go doesn't really have the ability to unwrap, and that is what makes this a little bit more painful to do this. So yeah, anyways. How do we want to do this? How would you write an option type before Go 120? Right, Dirk. I agree with you, and this is where I agree with Dirk that Go has a deficiency in its type system, is because there are no sum types. There are no algebraic types. And so because of that, it's actually, I think, impossible to write an optional like you would have in Rust. I think it's impossible to write one that you would. But yes. Like, this is where I would say that Go's type system does fall flat. But it's okay. We'll get... Yeah. We can get around this. Like, this is really dirty, though. I don't love this right here. So what we can do is this. And we can just pass an empty string. And then what we can do... Gosh dang it. Okay. What we can do here is... let's go back here. Put this here. And then... user DTO ID equals user ID, and throw that in there. There's a better, cleaner way. There is. Like, this isn't the best way. Okay, let's see if this works, right? Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, guys, one thing that you'll have noticed is Tilt isn't now just building every single time we save, which is cool. It only builds when I tell it to. That way we can sit there and make changes and my CPU doesn't spike to 30% while we're just sitting there typing stuff and my fans are thrashing. Like, I'm saving electricity. I'm streaming for less money now. Mailbox new. I'm happy you can learn something new. That's what I like to do. I like to encourage the conversations. Now I'm gonna warn you guys. I am real talk. This is a stick figure. That's not a stick figure. This is a stick figure. These are my arms. This is my neck. And this line right here is my let's hate on the language America is currently typing line. And it's getting really close to my neck. It's getting really close to my neck. It's like, it's up there. You know, maybe it's down here. Maybe my arms are still out. It's getting there, though. I meant this to be fun. I'm not actually upset. But I am, like, just as a general, I can still state this in a fun way, which is what I did. Because I'm not like it's down here. I'm like mid waist, you know, mid waist. So I can still state it in a fun way. But I do have a community that likes to talk about their dislike of whichever language I'm currently writing. Which it does get a little tiring. Like, the reason I bring it up is sometimes it is exhausting. That didn't work. That didn't work as I thought it might. Okay, so it's not injecting the right ID, or it didn't inject anything into the interface. Oh, I'm such a dum-dum. New user should have a wait. I think this is a bug. Main. I think I did this and I think it's a bug, right? Let's see. I don't think we have the middleware for it, right? Because they're not in our database, are they? Oh. Maybe it was right how it was. Oh, I gotta think about this. Maybe I've just been wrong in doing this altogether. Right? Because we have our middlewares here, and we have our users, which we add the JWT headers, which basically take that JWT and shove the stuff into it. No, you guys are good. Like, the hard part is I don't disagree with you. I don't actually disagree with you. That doesn't stop that I have to get work done in this, or just decide to rewrite everything that's written in Go to interface with Kubernetes in Rust on top of the thing that I'm also trying to do. So like, I don't have a good solution to give you guys. I also agree that Go's type system, I can sit here and complain to you guys about Go's type system because I have used it. And, you know, I think it's great for new users as well as they're trying to explore the language. Like, you know, Go has a lot of really good, simple things that are easy to see. And then it has a bunch of hidden tigers that are waiting to jump out and grab you. It's crouching feature, hidden tiger language, I think. So like, they're good things to talk about. Like I bring up the making an optional string because it's just not simple and straightforward because they don't have some types, because they don't have algebraic type support. And that's why I like Rust type system. At the same time, I feel like a broken record sometimes. Mailbox new, you're welcome anyways. Have a conversation. There's a Discord, and it's easier. Oh, Dirk, we could start a trash talking thread. If people would like it, but it's easier for me to also ignore long conversations about this on there if I'm exhausted from it as well. So you're more than welcome to go. And I do like talking about these things because they're good for people to talk and understand. You know what? That's what we need. That's what we need. We're going to make an entire series on type systems. I want to understand them and know them better. I want to do some series, some videos on type systems. So let's do that. What, why, and how. We'll explore different languages, type systems, what we like about them, what some types are, what algebraic types are. So when we say those things, we have a video to point back to and say, hey, do you know what an algebraic type is? If you don't, I made a 10-minute video, 20-minute video. Then we just talked about what it is and maybe why I like it. So this is another good thing when we have these conversations. Let's write down notes of like let's do some types. Let's make some videos on those things so we can put those discussions and my thoughts on them at least into a video. My thoughts aren't end all be all. Sometimes they change a little. I do really love fail fast. Okay. So this can't work, right? For the new user, this isn't going to work. Because it doesn't do the new user middleware check. It doesn't check it, but it should be there, right? Because it does have the add JWT headers, which is the thing that adds it. So it should exist there, right? Very interesting. I gotta see this again. Body is fine, Monta. I changed it. Body is fine. You're good. So we send this. We have a new user. And now when we get it, now is when we're failing. Because it's nil. Now here's an interesting thing. We could be putting nil as this. Ooh, interesting. Let's do this. U.logger. We're upserting that user. Actually, okay, Cypher and Dirk. I would like to actually have this list. Because one thing, like when I, I'll happily state that I use Go. And I'll happily state that I dislike it because I think it also gives validity that, like, okay, I have used it. But I don't have a concise list of the issues. Like, I can bring up 3 or 4 off the top of my head, but those are just off the top of my head. So I actually want this list because we'll make a video about it. For people. Let's see. So it does have a user ID. Good. Perfect. Thanks for the follow. I actually think it's a really good learning experience. While I don't want to have to rehash our distinct hatred of a language every single time, I think these types of videos would be fantastic for new people because it could also be daunting. You and I will sit here and talk about algebraic types and why we love them or whatnot. But I also don't want that to be a daunting thing for somebody to be like, oh, okay, well, maybe we can have a video that we've recorded and we can be like, hey, here's our discussion on algebraic types, why we like them, or what they are even, just like baseline, what's an algebraic type? Because there's probably 6 people in chat that don't know what they are and they're afraid to raise their hand and mention that they have a skill issue. And it's okay in this community issue. If you look at my community guidelines, the rules is that, well, one rule is all languages suck. I wrote this when I was in a particular, somebody was complaining about a language. The other one is please treat others better than you would treat yourself or want yourself treated. And don't attack a person's skill. We all have skill issues. I'm chief among the skill issue people. So, please. You know what? We should delete this, right? Let's restart this. I see it. I see it, guys. I saw it. That's why I said I actually do want a list. All languages suck except Rust. I actually almost put that in there, Sergeant Pepper. I almost put all as like a joke, obviously, but then it was in my, like, I'm trying to make it like a real community server, and I was like, I shouldn't have a joke in my server rules. Like, I know that you guys would know that it was a joke, but I'm not that zealous. I'm not that zealous. Pretty zealous, but not. I'm like half a step down from that. Lifetimes suck. Oh, my Honest Rust commercial has jokes about lifetimes. Oh, does it? I'm actually struggling with the words for the Honest Rust video. Because I'm going to do an Honest Rust commercial. And don't get me wrong, there's lifetime jokes. But getting the wording it is hard. Like for Kubernetes, a lot of those like came to me because, like, I don't know. I found the Kubernetes one easier. The Rust one is we're still solidly skill issuing. This is good. Okay, wait. This doesn't make any sense. It's working here on upsert user. But when we get user, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lifetimes. This is where we could create, you just take Rust with a garbage collector, get rid of lifetimes. Beautiful language. I think it would actually be really cool if Rust could compile both ways. Because like for something like Legion, Project Legion, I want lifetimes. I want that to be the most efficient. I don't want a garbage collector thrashing on cycles and causing pauses. I don't want a garbage collector. But for something like an API like we have here, 100%, I just want a garbage collector and I don't care. So it would be really cool for Rust to be able to run both ways. I know that that's like not going to happen for multiple reasons. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a feasible want. I'm saying like, I think it would be cool. Not feasible, but cool. Now that I've said it's not feasible, somebody's going to go do it because, you know, I've challenged them. All right. And I'm going to be happy. So I'm going to tell you, you can't do it. If that encourages somebody to go out and do it. You can't do it. All right. I know that I rise up to the, my children don't rise up to those. It's so difficult. They take a lot after their mother, and it's very different than like how I thought as a child, and I struggle with that because like for me, if my dad was like, "Oh, you can't do that," I'd be like, "I'm gonna spend the next week just to prove you wrong." He was probably right. Probably couldn't do it, but I would definitely try. Very, very much so. Okay, I don't love this. I don't love this, but I think this is the right thing to do for right now. We need a better way of actually dealing with this in the future, where the ID is not expected on this object. I feel like this is gonna bite me in the butt in the future because I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna super hard forget. And it's just gonna come right around and sink its teeth into me. Let's write a to-do. Let's actually write a to-do that's not gonna cause us to fail to compile. Cool. I think that worked. Cool. So I feel like it would be nice to like auto-fill this in somehow. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a great way off the top of my head. Because now if you actually look at this, it says that you should be passing in, like, obviously it's not marked as a required field, but it's there. And we're just literally stomping on it. And like one of the easy things is to have two values. So you can have you can have two struct types, but that feels bad. Like you have the one that you serialize in, and then you have the other one that you actually use with all of the information in it. I feel like that feels a little bit worse. Good question, Sergeant Pepper. So, if error, what is if error? So let's look at this and do this. If error, fee error, if error, like this. This is what you're talking about. So this is an if statement requires Boolean. Right? So this is not a Boolean operation. What you're saying here is if this exists. And that's what this statement is saying. This is saying if it doesn't exist, which is a Boolean statement, right? I actually approve of this because this is, if you did this, if you accepted this, it means that nil also carries a false Boolean, which I think is conflating the two. So I don't know. I wouldn't think it's terrible, but I think it's fine like that. I think in JavaScript, you can basically, it conflates Boolean operation with does it exist as well. I've never loved that. I like this, but we have an odd ad break. I'm going to grab another glass of water. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. It does not take me long to go get a drink of water. What is line 126 comparing? Well, you are first time chatter and you made that on your phone. This is you don't see anything in 120. 126 is a comment. Linux N. 126 is a comment. Have no idea what you're talking about. Gonna get a glass of water. All right, but real chat, you see you saw a real issue. So this was originally checking the error that was here, and this was called error. So originally, but we found out that this was bad, and so we changed this to is new user because basically, if there's an error, we assume that it's a new user. Not perfect. And this made this... We no longer have error here. And this is why it's will never be nil, because we've already validated that it won't be nil up here, and we haven't actually changed it. So, impossible condition, which makes sense. Good call out. Good call out. Thank you. You're writing code, you are creating code right now that you want to connect to an online server. Yeah. It was literally what we've been working on. We changed how we handled this, and I didn't delete that piece. So thank you for catching that. What online server do you want to connect it to? Are you like you're writing an API to interface with another API? Sounds cool. Tell us about it. You can't just drop that you're going to write code that connects to an online server. Like, what does that even mean? What does it do? Tell us about it. Injected user ID into DTO for what is this for? Injected user ID in for New user from JWT. Beautiful. Alrighty. So let's make a pull request. Let's actually check on our pull request because I think Monta said he reviewed mine, which means I can merge his pull request or my pull request into his pull request into main. And then after all that's done, okay. Yeah. Let's merge this. Let's merge this. Oh, he merged. You merged my pull request into your pull request. Now we'll merge your pull request into main. Yep. Beautiful. So let's merge this. Yeah, this fails. I know that the checks failed. We need to fix that. Separation. There we go. Separation. English. It's not my favorite language. That's a language one we haven't talked about is English. I refer to English as the bash of the spoken words, spoken languages. It's terrible. We can all agree it's terrible, except for maybe Bad Cop. We can all agree that it's terrible, and it's used. It works everywhere. It's bash. It can be used everywhere. So, all right. Let's see. We need to make another pull request. Added get user. Beautiful. To main. Compare across forks. I need to switch my SSH token to my local, to my non-sudo user. Yeah. Wait, what did I? Oh, added get user. I need to just nuke all those branches. Let's see. Yep, we did this as well. This isn't a separate commit, but same pull request. It'll be fine. Yep. And then added this to fix this up. Okay, and remove that. And yeah, this is the get user ID, which this is all we just did. Okay, beautiful. Monta, you're the one that requested this. I'm making you review it. Let's see. Actually, we're going to edit this. We're going to be a little good citizen at least. We're going to post what it looks like. Yeah. This feels like a this music feels like a it makes me think of Karate Kid. Not gonna lie, it makes me think of Karate Kid. It makes me feel like I'm in a Karate Kid movie, you know, and they're like on the mountaintop. You know, I feel like doing push-ups. Oh, Sergeant Pepper. English is pretty bad. Imagine writing the compiler for English. Okay, so before you could write the compiler for English, you would have to first write the compiler for French, Old English, there's a couple other primary ones, Latin, Spanish. You'd have to write those compilers first, and then you'd have to write an entire, basically the English language would be a meta engine picking which language the word came from. That's English. That's English. It's not actually a language. It's just, you know, I mean, it's actually quite interesting if you look into it. Like, it makes sense historically because, like, the Normans and Saxons had a tendency of conquering each other or being conquered by the other. And so, like, you can see where the influences of the languages were imposed on the different parties. So, like, English became this really diverse amalgamation of other languages. For better or for worse. I mean, it's definitely for worse. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely for worse, but that's just my opinion. All right. Let's see. I actually didn't have any other plans to do for Eddington tonight. I didn't have any other plans for tonight. We got everything done. We got that big PR in. We've gotten the new user. Monta, is there anything else that we've been needing to do that I haven't been doing? You know what? Something that I do need to bring your guys' attention to. I don't know how many of you guys use Kubernetes. But if you guys use Kubernetes, there is this really great, I'm not going to say influencer. I'm not going to say influencer because that's not what he does. He does really great Kubernetes educational content. Really great Kubernetes education, and he could use your support right now. Let me pull up something to show you guys. Let's hide that. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I'm just pulling up his public Twitter, so I'm not showing anything. All right. So David Flanagan from Raw Code, his office, he has done some amazing educational content around the cloud native stuff, and his office burned down. So if you have any support that you could show to somebody right now, and I mean, he's self-employed, he does this full time. You know, let's talk about YouTube. Sorry, I was just replying to something. I'm trying to set up a GoFundMe to help him, or something, some community driven support for him. Let me pull up Raw Code's YouTube. I'm gonna drop links to this stuff here for you guys. He does a Raw Code Academy. So check that out, and this is his Twitter. So if you can go show him support, that would actually mean a lot to me. We have done some collabs together. If you watch my main YouTube channel, there's videos from that he's appeared in, and I've appeared in some of his videos. Super fantastic person. So, anyways, he's going through a rough time right now. If I have any more information on any of this stuff, I will let you guys know. Thank you so much for following. If I have any more news, like a GoFundMe or anything, I will let you guys know. As of this point, I don't have anything, but he makes a lot of videos on cloud native stuff. So if you're a little bit, over your head in cloud native stuff, go check him out. Yeah, give his YouTube a follow. Yeah, if nothing else, if we could drive some follows to his YouTube channel, or his Twitter account, I think that would be great. I can't imagine, obviously my office is my home, like maybe a little bit worse, but I couldn't imagine losing my office, like the amount of equipment and gear, the hard drives, how many of you actually do an offsite backup? How many of you? Because I bet you it's not many that actually do an offsite backup. I only offsite backup photos of my children. That's the only thing that our family photos that gets a full offsite backup. Not the only thing. But there's not a whole lot of things that get a full offsite backup from me. That's not the only thing, but all right. I think we're good for tonight. I think we should find somebody else to raid. Share some love. As we're having these conversations while programming, let's remember to write them down. We're going to actually we're going to be making videos on these things. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to organize the live learning. This is a little bit chaotic. This is a Git repo. These are just markdown files. So you can go and view them yourselves. Yeah, anyways. Let me go find somebody to raid. Thank you everybody for joining today. Sorry to end on the... I was kind of thinking of something, the next thing to do, and then I'm like, it's 1 a.m. I probably shouldn't dive into something next. It's too late for that. I'm too old. I'm too cranky. Let's see. Is there anybody on right now that maybe doesn't have as many viewers as they should? Anybody know of somebody? You just woke up. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I need to do some early morning ones. I haven't been doing them. I don't know who to raid. I want to raid somebody. Nobody in my list is there. Who should we raid? This is a hard choice. Naming and raiding, those are the hard things. Like, Naming and rating. Do you know what? Do you guys like Zig? The Gray Hatter is on doing some Zig. I personally don't know Zig that well. But let's give him a try. Let's give Gray Hatter a little bit of a try. All right. Thank you so much for everyone for joining. I hope that you had a good time. I hope that we found it a little bit educational. And I hope to see you guys again later this week. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry that you just joined. Good night, everyone, and see you guys next time. Hey, Express. How you doing? Express? Is that right?